Hey guys, welcome to this week's Vinyasa class. We are working again with bound standing noose. So if you need blocks, a strap, I just don't have anything here with me. Also a blanket is an option, and find an area that's non-slippery and let's come and lie down on our backs. So we'll start in a reclined full butterfly. If you have blocks and you'd like to place them under the upper spine and the head, you can. The soles of the feet are together, the knees are wide. You can bring the arms by your side against the torso or back behind you, wherever it's most comfortable, but we do want to open the chest and the shoulders. As you just breathe in and out, naturally you can breathe through the nose or through the mouth. The feet can be closer in towards the groin or further away. Whatever feels that will give you the most benefit, maybe opening through the inner hip area. As you breathe here, just notice each sensation. Notice what's coming into your focal point. You can always stay here or in any of the other poses, pause the video and come back when you're ready. And feel the breath move into the very lower back down towards the top of the pelvis. And bring the hands by the side, closing the legs towards one another and bringing them in towards the chest. Take a little rock side to side. And then bring the legs to reverse tabletop position. And the arms straight up towards the sky. Knees on top of the hips, hands on top of the shoulders. Extend the right leg forwards. It can either be on a diagonal or hovering just off the ground. And extend the left arm backwards. Keep the ribs pulling in and down. The left knee on top of the hip. Bring the arm and leg back. And the opposite side. The left leg forwards, again either up high or down further, hovering off the ground. And the right arm back this time. Keep the low back pressing towards the ground, the ribs pulling in. And slowly bring the arm and leg back up. Right leg, left arm, come back. Inhale, lift. Left leg, right arm. And then lift it back up. One more time, right leg, left arm. Pull the ribs down. Bring it back to the center. Left leg, right arm. And then back to the center. Bring the knees into the chest. And pull the knees out nice and wide towards the underarms. So it's like a passive happy baby. The shins or the back of the knees. And the pelvis pushes forwards and down. As you bring the knees in, let's rock backwards and forwards, creating a nice articulation of the spine, rocking back onto the shoulders, forwards onto the pelvis, rounding at the mid and low back, until you bring yourself all the way back up onto the hands and knees. Hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. You can always tuck the toes for more stability as well. The fingers can be closer together or spread a little further apart. Knees about beneath the hips, a little wider if you need to. Keep the spine nice and neutral, pull the ribs in, extend the right leg back. You can always keep the toes on the ground or lift the foot. Then bring the knee towards the right tricep without the spine moving. Extend it back. Again, the knee comes in, extend the right leg back. Don't let the spine arch or change. Right knee in, right knee back. Now lift the left arm forwards and then bring the elbow into the same side. Left elbow to left leg, right knee to right arm. Continue this. Again, bring the knee in, extend. The arm and leg come in. Again, keeping the left arm towards the left leg, right knee towards the right arm. And slowly release the left hand, bringing the right knee in towards the right tricep. Open the right knee out to the side like a fire hydrant. Lift the inner knee up, foot to the sky, and then close the hips to the ground. The knee points down. Bring the knee in again, and now open the knee out to the side, fire hydrant. Lift the foot up to the sky, and then knee towards the ground, hips square. Bring the knee towards the tricep or reverse it. Right knee comes back up. Open the leg out to the side, keep the foot lifted, and then the fire hydrant, and then the knee to the tricep as you release the knee down. Let's come back to a child's pose. The knees come wide, big toes together behind. Reach the chest forwards. It's always an option to pad the knees, the hips, the chest, the forehead. And keep the front of the spine reaching forwards, palms pressing down. Breathe in and out, into the low abdomen, the low back. Now walk the hands as far as they can go over to the left hand side. Press the hips up and over towards the right heel. You're welcome to widen the knees if you need a little bit of extra space as well. And then bring the left hand to the low back. And have the palm either face up at the sacrum or towards the right hip or the hip crease. You're welcome to take a little twist here, looking up over the left shoulder. If you need extra space for the right shoulder, turn the right thumb face up towards the sky. Maybe lifting the head a little bit as well if that works for you. Keep the spine reaching out and over towards the far left corner. And then slowly release back to the center to child's pose. And as you inhale, lift up for tabletop position. Let's do it again on the left side. So create that neutral spine and start to contain through the outer hips, the arms and the ribs. Bring the left knee all the way back. Toes can be on the ground again, hips square. Knee comes in towards the tricep without the spine moving or the pelvis moving. Leg comes back, left knee comes in. Again, extend the leg straight back. The knee into the tricep. As you bring the left leg back now, you're welcome to reach the right arm forwards. And same thing, keep the spine nice and neutral, nice and stable. Right elbow comes towards the right hip, left knee towards the left elbow. One more time, bring the leg and arm in, extend the leg and arm nice and long, and then release the right palm. As you bring the left knee in towards the tricep again, open the knee for fire hydrant. Turn the foot up to the sky, and then square the hips to the ground. Again, bring the knee through, in towards the tricep, out to fire hydrant, foot up to the sky, square the hips to the ground. Last one, bring the knee forwards, we'll reverse it, knee comes back and up, hip square. Now open the hip, foot up to the sky, fire hydrant, and knee towards the tricep. Lower the knees to the ground again, and let's come back to child's pose. Again, really opening the legs as wide as you need, supporting the body where you need to as well. Press down into the palms, lengthen the front of the breastplate forwards. Hips are nice and heavy. We'll take the side body stretch as you walk the arms up and over as far as they can go over to the right hand side. If you need to widen the knees again, you can always take that extra little bit of space. Press the left hip back and down towards the left heel, reaching the left fingers all the way over towards the right. Keep the front of the chest reaching, still breathing nice and deep into the lower abdomen. We'll take the bind, right hand to the low back, palm faces up. Rotate the right shoulder back away from the ear. And collarbones stay wide. And you're welcome to take that twist, looking up over the right shoulder, maybe turning the left thumb or palm face open to the right, thumb face up. And slowly release back to a child's pose. As you inhale, come back up to a tabletop position and tuck the toes. Again, find that nice neutral spine, stabilizing, pressing the palms down. As you inhale, hover the knees off the ground, hovering tabletop. Keep the ribs in, outer hips hugging in, collarbones pull wide, the biceps lift up. We'll slowly move back to down dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. You can take a longer stance or a wider stance with the hands and or the feet, and take any movement here that might feel good. Moving the pelvis, the legs, shoulders, the head, anything that the body needs. And start to pull the hips back away from the wrists. As you inhale, lift the right leg straight up towards the sky. And now open the right knee, just like that fire hydrant before. Left hip hugs. And we shift forward, bring the right knee to the outside of the right shoulder. Lift the hips a little higher and step the foot outside the wrist. You can always place the palms on blocks. As you inhale, lift the chest for cow. Keep the back leg firm. Exhale, dome the spine for cat. Again, inhale, cow, lift the front of the breastplate up, collarbones wide. Exhale, cat pose, pull the front of the pelvis to the nipples. And lower the left knee down, bring the right foot back just a little bit, and move it over to the right side. As we pivot onto the outside of the left leg, the left knee can come to the ground first. It's a modified horizon lunge. The right hand can be either on the ground, the right leg, or reaching the right hand back behind you. Maybe coming up onto the left ankle, flexing the toes in, lift the hips up, reach the right arm back down to the ground inside the foot. As you inhale, lift the right hand back up to the sky, lift the left foot, reach back for a quad stretch. Always option to place a block under the left palm here. Once you have the foot, kick back and pull the foot in, so create that resistance. Use a strap if you need on the foot as well. And slowly release the foot, and the hands come again inside the right foot. Lift the left knee up off the ground. And the exhale, step the left foot outside the left wrist. Hips are nice and low, frog squat, hands to heart, elbows to knees. Welcome to take a little movement side to side. If the heels are lifted, please put a blanket or a bolster or something under the heels for support. An option to reach the arms forwards or up to the sky as we slowly stand for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, goalpost the elbows back and down. Send your bum to the back of the heels, lift the chest. Inhale, arms lift back up. And exhale, hands to heart center, Namaste. So here you can have the eyes closed or the eyes open. The feet are about hip width or a little bit closer together. Press down into the triangle of the feet and stand up as tall as you can. So really lifting the inner arch of the feet up. If you have Ujjayi breath, drag it in and out. Press the thigh bones back. And when you're ready, open the eyes. Inhale, lift the arms straight up to the sky. And the exhale, you have an option to look up. Inhale, lift the heels, coming onto the tiptoes. Keep the heels lifted. Exhale, hands to heart. To really lift up through the inner arch. Inhale, lift the arms straight to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, inhale, arms lift straight up, stand as tall as you possibly can on the tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forwards, lowering the heels down. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine, and bring the hands to the low back, interlacing the fingers, the normal grip. Keep the knees bent. Inhale as you stand up, lift the left leg with you, roll the shoulders back and down, away from the ears, pull the front ribs down to the pelvis. Open the left knee out to the side, keeping the hips squared, don't let them move. Exhale, knees back to the center. Inhale, knee across the body, again pelvis stays square. Inhale, knee back to the center. As you exhale, slowly bring the left leg all the way back. Lower the toes, the knee, release the hands. Keep the back toes tucked. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, goalpost the arms, lifting out of the low spine. Inhale, the arms lift straight back up again. Exhale, lift the back knee, crescent lunge. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, tip folds into low flying, straightening the back leg, wrapping the outer right hip back. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, release the palms to the ground. Bringing the right leg up, three-legged dog. You can just move the knee around in big circles, move in both directions if you choose to do this. You also have an option to flip it into a flip dog or a wild thing. Pushing the hips up, reaching the right arm all the way up and back. And make your way back to a downward facing dog. Downward dog, as you inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky behind you. Hips are square for now. Now open the hip, bring the knee out to the fire hydrant position. Right hip hugs. Shift forwards, the knee to the left tricep, and then slowly step the foot outside the left wrist. And then again, you're welcome to place the palms on blocks. Inhale, lift up for cow through the chest. Exhale, dome the mid and low back cat. Again, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And then lower the right knee to the ground. Toe heel the left foot a little further to the left and bring it back about 4 inches. Move into that modified horizon lunge with the left hand either on the ground, the knee, or reaching back. You can always lift the back knee as well. Inhale, lift the hips, reach the left arm back down to the ground inside the left foot. Keep the right knee on the ground and reach the left hand back for a quad stretch. If you need some extra space, put a block under the right palm or use a strap in the left hand. When you have the foot kick back, again create resistance. Slowly release the foot to the ground, lift the back knee and place the left hand inside the left foot. As you step forwards into a frog squat, Malasana variation, again hands to heart, elbows to the knees, sit the spine up nice and tall. Place something under the heels if necessary, you can always move the body side to side. Arms reach forwards or up is an option, as we slowly again begin to stand for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, the arms lift. Exhale, goalpost the arms, send the back of the bum down. Inhale, arms lift up, straight up again. And exhale, Namaste. Again, the hands come in. Feet come into about a hip width or wherever it's comfortable for the body for today. And stand up tall, breathing in and out. Feel the breath move down to the pelvis, the inner arch lifting, the big toe mound, the big toe present, without gripping. Inhale, the arms lift straight up to the sky. Option to look up for the exhale. Inhale, come up onto the tiptoes, if you can keep the gaze lifted. Exhale, hands to heart, heels stay lifted. Again, inhale, arms lift straight up, keep the inner arch lifted to the groin. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, inhale, hands lift straight up to the sky, and if possible, keep the heels lifted, bend the knees, exhale, forward fold, hamstrings lift to the glutes. Lower the heels once folded. Inhale, lift halfway. And again, bring the hands to the low back, interlacing the fingers. This time the awkward finger grip, swap them all over. Pull the shoulders back and try and bring the elbow tips to touch towards the inside. Inhale, stand up, lift the right leg with you, toes flexed up or down. And exhale, open the knee without the pelvis moving, keep the hips nice and square. Inhale, knee back to the center. And exhale, the knee comes across the body, foot stays underneath the knee. Inhale, back to the center, and exhale, slowly tip the body forwards, reach the right leg all the way back, lower the toes, the knee, release the hands. Inhale, crescent moon, arms lift up. And exhale again, goalpost, the arms lift out of the low back, hips hug. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, lift the back knee, crescent lunge. Again, the pelvis is in an upright position. The inner right thigh rotates to the inner right heel. Exhale, tip forwards, low flying crescent, arms back, right leg nice and straight and strong. Stay for the inhale, pull the left hip back. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg comes up behind you again. You can take some big circles with the knee. Make sure you move the leg in both directions. If you like to flip it into a flip dog or a wild thing, you'll bring the left leg over to the right side. Left arm reaches up and back. You lift the hips through the glutes, the hamstrings, and then move back to downward facing dog. As you inhale, look forwards. And exhale, step or jump the feet outside the wrist, frog squat. Hands to heart again, elbows to knees. And sitting up nice and tall, take a full inhale. Reach the left arm straight up towards the sky, pressing the right arm into the inner right shin. And if you have the space, look up towards the left fingers. Pull the left knee back and push into the inner right thigh. Bring the hands back to heart. And sit the spine tall again. And exhale, forward fold, tip the hips up and back. The torso hangs down. The feet come back in. And feet can be, again, hip width position. As you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the lower back, interlace the fingers, normal grip. Inhale, stand up, lift the left leg. And same as when we're on our hands and knees. Exhale, fire hydrant, open the knee. Inhale, turn the foot towards the sky. The inner thigh rolls down. Exhale, bring the knee back behind you. Square the pelvis to the ground. Inhale, pull the knee back up to the chest. Reverse it. Exhale, the knee comes back, foot up to the sky. Open the knee out to the side, lift the foot up to the sky. And then the fire hydrant. And again, closing the hip, pull the knee up to the chest, and then slowly step the foot all the way back, release the hands. This time keep the knee bent and lifted. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, low flying crescent, tip forwards. Inhale, warrior two towards the left leg, so the right toes will turn in, left foot is pointing towards the direction you want to face. Now left knee tracks open, make sure that the right foot's angled in, and same with the edge of the right pelvis. Push the right thigh bone back, lift the front of the pelvis up. And then pull the outer left hip back, turning on the glute. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, side angle pose. Left forearm on the thigh, right arm up to the sky. Inhale, Utthita. Right arm comes over the ear. Nice strong straight line. And exhale, Prasarita. Sweep past the left foot, turn the left toes in. Have the feet either parallel or pigeon-toed. And then pull the inner kneecaps up, the hamstrings and the inner thighs up to the groin. The outer hips hug, the outer feet press into the mat. And the hips are forwards in line with the heel bones. As you inhale, lean forward, suck the guts and the crotch up. Exhale, Skandasana, turn the right toes out and bring the hips down. You can either come onto the right tiptoes or the heel to the ground. An option to put a block under the hands or the hips. And just like before, open the left arm to the sky, the right hand pushes to the inner right shin. Bring the left hand to the low back for that half bind like we did in our child's pose. Pull the entire left thigh bone in. You can either keep the left toes on the ground or flex them up towards the face. And then slowly release, hands back to heart center. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, pivot to the right, step the left foot forwards into a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And stay in a halfway lift. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the awkward grip. Inhale, stand up and lift the right leg. Again, toes can flex up or down. Keep the hips nice and square. Exhale, fire hydrant. Inhale, turn the foot up to the sky, the inner thigh rolls down. Exhale, close the hips to the ground, the foot comes back behind. Inhale, lift the knee up to the chest, or reverse it. The foot comes back behind you, up towards the sky again. Try and stay upright. Pull the foot up to the sky, then fire hydrant. Close the hip, bring the knee to the chest as you slowly bring the right leg back, toes down, knee bent, release the hands. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms lift up. And exhale, tip forwards into a low flying crescent. Inhale, warrior two, again towards the right foot this time, so the left toes turn in, left foot's angled in, right knee tracks open. Right outer hip pulls back and turns on through the glute. Push the left thigh bone back towards the pelvis. Inhale, reverse, warrior pose, reach the right arm up. Exhale, side angle, right forearm on the thigh, left arm up to the sky. Right hip keeps pulling back. Inhale, Utthita, left arm reaches. Exhale, Prasarita, turn the right toes in and sweep into a wide leg forward fold. Again, tip forwards, lifting the inner thighs up, pressing the outer feet down. The hips are again forwards in line with the ankles. If you need to bend the knees, please do, or put blocks under the hands. And keep the spine nice and long, outer hips hugging. Inhale, lift halfway, lean forwards. Exhale, Skandasana to the left leg. Slightly turn the left toes out, bring the hips down. Again, blocks under the hand, under the hips. And then reach the arms nice and wide. Right arm up to the sky, left arm to the inner left shin. Right toes can flex or be on the ground. And take that half bind, right hand towards the sacrum or towards the left hip. Lift the chest, maybe gaze up over the right shoulder. And keep tracking and pulling the left knee open, right thigh in. And then slowly release again, hands come to heart. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, pivot to the left, into a lunge and step into a forward fold, feet together again. And bring the feet wide into frog squat. We'll take it to the other side this time. So this time we'll press the left arm into the inside of the left shin. The right arm reaches straight up to the sky. Yeah, if it's okay for the neck, gaze up towards the right fingers. Make sure you're pulling the inner right knee back and pressing into the outer feet, the big toes. Bring the hands back to heart center. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, we'll tip forwards into a wide leg forward fold. And taking a ragdoll here. So the feet can be as wide as you need them to be. The shins are in an upright position. Tip the weight forwards and down. If you're binding, take both the normal and then the awkward grip, swapping the arms or the fingers over. And then release the hands to the ground. And bring the feet about to a hip width position. Inhale, lift halfway. Stay in a halfway lift, bring the hands to the low back again. Inhale, stand up, lift the left leg. And this time we'll bend the right knee, bringing ourselves down as low as we can go if you need to start to straighten the left leg a little. Inhale, stand back up, lift the left leg. Exhale, aeroplane with bind. Bring the left leg back and square the pelvis to the ground. Outer right hip hugs back, always a bend of the right knee if you need. Bring the left toes down, bending the knee. Inhale, crescent lunge, we'll move back to the flow. Exhale to low flying crescent, tip forwards, straight back leg. Inhale, warrior two to the left leg, right toes turn in. This time, exhale, side angle pose, stay straight down to the left. Inhale, Utthita, right arm reaches. And exhale, Prasarita as we sweep through the left leg, turning the toes in. Inhale, lift halfway, lean forwards. And exhale, Skandasana to the right leg, right toes turn out. The hips come down to the right calf. Inhale, extend the arms, right down, left is lifted. And exhale into the half bind to the low back. Inhale as you again lift the left arm, you can always gaze up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Take a full inhale breath. And exhale, pivot to the right. Step the feet wide into a wide leg frog squat. The hips come down, the hands to heart. This time you might need your strap in your left hand. We'll move into the half or the full bind. Left arm to the low back. And the full bind, the right arm can come in front of the right shin. Maybe walking the fingers up the strap. If you'd like to move into standing bound noose, hop the left foot across. You'll be on the right tiptoes. Turn the left glute on as you start to stand up. Keep the bind. And pull the shoulders back. Push the left thigh back. Once standing, right toes flex out to the side. So really using the entire front and back of the body. The shoulder blades pull back, ribs hug in. Keep the bind as you slowly release back into a frog squat. And take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Again, bring the feet back in. We'll do the other side. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bind the hands, the awkward grip behind the low back, shoulders pull back. Inhale, stand up, lift the right leg. And exhale, bend the left knee as much as you can, turning on the left glute, left big toe press. Inhale, stand back up. And exhale, aeroplane with the bind. Bring the chest forward, square the hips again, left hip pulls back, push the right leg back behind you, shoulders pull back. As you slowly step the right toes down, release the hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, tip forwards into low flying. Inhale, warrior two to the right leg, left toes turn in. Exhale, side angle pose down to the right. Inhale, Utthita, left arm reaches. And exhale again, Prasarita, sweep through the right side, toes turn in. Inhale, lean forwards, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana to the left side. Inhale, extend the right arm, left arm down. Exhale into the half bind, hand to the low back or the left hip. Inhale, lift the right arm back up to the sky. Keep the chest lifted as much as you can. Exhale, hands to heart. And we'll stay for an inhale, pull the thighs in. And exhale, pivot to the left. Step forwards again, wide leg, lower the hips, frog squat. Grab your strap again, this time in the right hand if you need it for the full bind. So you can always just stay here. Or you'll lift the right arm straight up to the sky, left arm in front of the shin. And we'll move the right arm to the low back. And then the left hand internally rotates, comes outside the left shin, and walks the hand up the strap or the fingers grab. Hop the right foot across, press the right foot down, you're on the left toes, turn the right glute on as you begin to stand up, coming into a bound standing noose. Again, left toes flex out, shoulder blades pull back and down, the right thigh pushes back, the right big toe mound presses down, entire front of the body pulls up. Try and bring the shoulder blades towards one another. And then keeping the bind, if possible, stepping back into that frog squat, coming back down. And this time, reach the arms forwards as you start to sit the hips back and down behind you. And we'll slowly move onto our back. You can either have straight legs or bent knees, rolling the spine down, taking your time till you come all the way down onto your back, and we'll bring the legs in for a happy baby pose. You can always take a passive one like the starter class, or maybe grab the big toes or the outer feet, the back of the knees or the ankles. The pelvis pushes forwards and down, shoulders pull back, and keep the chin lifted. And cross the right ankle on the left thigh for reclined figure four. You can interlace the fingers at the left leg. You're welcome to press the right palm or elbow into the right knee, or if you need a block to extend the length of the arm. There's always that option of reclined half pigeon, cradling the right foot and knee or the shin in the arms. The left leg can stay bent, or you can extend it long. Right toes flex into the shin. And then come back into the figure four if you changed it. Let's move into the twist. So the pelvis will move over to the right, the legs drop to the left. You can slide the legs up a little higher, get some space in the low spine. You're welcome to support the right leg using the left hand or a block. And the head can turn in any direction. You're welcome to put the arms anywhere that it feels most comfortable for you. As you're still breathing in and out. Feeling the space move into the hips. Allowing the body to open and start to wind down for the class. And bring the legs back to the center, pelvis back in line with the shoulders. We'll move to the other side. Cross your left ankle on your right thigh, toes flex to the shin. You can either interlace the fingers at the right leg, take the awkward finger grip. You're welcome to press the left elbow or palm into the inner left knee. You also have the option for reclined half pigeon, cradling the left leg in the forearms, the fingers interlace the awkward grip. Right leg can be bent or extended. Left toes flex. And move back into that figure four position with the right foot on the ground. Move the pelvis over to the left. Let the legs drop over to the right. And again into the twist, you can slide the legs up a little higher, maybe supporting the left leg with the right hand or a block. Again, the head can turn in any direction, the arms, maybe the left arm wide or against the torso. And still breathing, noticing, feeling what noises are around you at the moment, what sensations stand out most in the body. And being aware of all the little things, so the mind is present, it's in the body, it's here and now. Releasing when you're ready. Bring the legs and the pelvis back to the center. If there's anything else that you need to do, please go for it right now. If there's any poses, transitions, anything that the body feels completely ready for. Then we'll move towards our resting pose of Savasana. While the arms and legs come wide. You're welcome to put blocks or blanket or bolster under the back of the knees. If you need a hand towel over the eyes, as you allow yourself to simply just be here. You always have the option to stay. You can stay as long as you like. When you're ready, begin to take a deeper breath. And then slowly start to move the body. Maybe moving the fingers, the head, the jaw, the toes. Maybe allowing them to move so much until you feel that you could stretch out. You can bring the legs in, take any other gentle movements to help you to transition back into the rest of your day. Just remembering to move with awareness, to move slowly, to listen to what the body, to what the mind's telling you. Maybe even say hi to the moon. And then as you are ready, bring yourself up to a seated position that's comfortable. That might be sitting on your props to find comfort. The eyes can be open or closed. Hands can be on the legs, the lap, or at the heart. Anywhere it feels best for you. And just thank yourself for taking the time to do something so great for the mind and for the body today. Thank you for spending time with me, for moving through this class, for helping the entire world to be a better place. Bring the thumbs to the third eye. We bow forwards in complete thanks. Namaste. Thank you again. Please, as usual, if you do have any questions, comments, any feedback, please let me know. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll hopefully see you again really soon.